Well, before I attribute the strong results to the business side, I think I would like to call out factors which underpins who we are. So the strong set of shareholders, the long-term vision of the board, and our committed and fully engaged team have been instrumental what we achieved in 2023 and even earlier. In terms of business-specific achievements, our core businesses like SME, trade finance, retail banking performed significantly better in the last couple of years. We worked hard in the recent years to develop a strong set of balance sheet that benefits in a high interest rate environment. That helped immensely in 2023 results. Our CASA balances and operating accounts performed really well. We increased our investment portfolio in the investment grade bonds that outperformed the market by 3-4 times through active management by our ALM team. That worked extremely well as well, which you can see in the results. Our focus on the quality meant that we manage our portfolio in a very professional manner, and now our asset quality indicators are faring better than the industry averages. While all this was happening, we continued to carefully invest costs for our future, and our digital program are also progressing to enhance our customer experience. Well, I see SME as the lifeblood of any nation's and economic diversification, and arguably NBF has been the most consistent UAE bank when it comes to SMEs. So right from the beginning, I think we had a dedicated business focus to this segment almost for a couple of decades. The type of products and services we offer to this segment ranges from a simple account management services to loans and advances, trade finance, treasury, and all sort of full-scale banking. What we see in terms of SME needs, because there's a wide spread from a small SME to a decent size. So the digitalization really played the key, which caters right from a simple one-man shop to a bit more sophisticated business. We invested our technologies and solutions accordingly. That has helped the immense growth. And with the growing startup and SMEs in the UAE market, what we have also started doing that a marketplace sort of platform in the brand name of NBF Connect, we started developing that. This platform allows small SMEs and a startup to come together and get benefits from other services like legal, HR, accounting firms and whatnot. So going beyond banking to facilitate them. At the same time, we are looking at technologies and solutions that can enable these SMEs for banking facilities and compliance much more easily than what a larger organization may have to go through. But trade finance has been one of the major segments of the economy right from the beginning, and particularly for Dubai. When it comes to our history, NBF long back started its growth journey on the back of trade finance, and almost more than 60-70% of our business has some anchor of trade finance. So that's where we have invested heavily, and our award-winning offering takes into account the needs of the customer. We are closer to customer in terms of advisory and what sort of structures may suit them. It's not a plain vanilla offering. That is the key. But gearing up to these challenges and evolving demands, what we are really doing are maybe 3 things which I will call out. We are investing in our capabilities in the form of expanding our people in transactional banking and trade finance. We are expanding our markets, pulling the flow of our customer business in and out of the UAE. The UAE government has been signing CEPA agreements with certain jurisdictions in a certain area of growth for the country as a whole. So it's important that we support our customer journeys in those jurisdictions. Then lastly, the digitalization of processes to enhance and improve the experience of the customer, how to make it easy. Particularly, trade is a bit technical in terms of documentation. So the type of technologies we have implemented is the use of AI, artificial intelligence, in reading the documents and making the processing faster for our clients. And often I come across clients who would say that if you need the transaction to be processed within hours or same day, NBF is the name which comes to their mind, which is very, very powerful. At the same time, we are looking to invest in our trade finance system. It is in the final leg of going live and piloting. That will allow the front and back end to be given in the hands of the customer. The speed, the experience, and the self-empowerment going forward is also the key as we are migrating into generation of different sort of customers. So these are type of investments we are making to revolutionize the experience in this field for our customers. I personally don't see sustainability as a challenge. It's rather an opportunity for all of us to have a meaningful impact, not only to the business, but to the society as a whole. So our journey in this space has started a few years back. It has always been core and at the heart of our business philosophy. But the way we started linking to our own businesses and our own models to what these sustainability practices and frameworks were suggesting. So we had a number of things in our business. For example, the SMEs support. We had healthcare and education as a sector of the business. We have been supporting Emiratis and young talent for the development. So a number of those things which were already tightly aligned to the broader sustainability. As a first step, we aligned those. We engaged all the stakeholders, right from the shareholders board to employees, and it's not an embedding in the way we do things. So for us, the credibility of what we do was more important rather than quickly jumping into green bonds and like. With this change in the last couple of years, we progressed further and we started following principles of United Nations Sustainability Program, which were more closely aligned to long-term collaborative change in this respect. And at the same time, UAE Net 2050 agenda, and we have been part of and signatory of the UAE Banks Federation 1 trillion program towards sustainable finance. Last year, we formalized our ESG position statements. We also had an awareness session and the development session with the board of directors. Our board also signed off on our sustainability strategy, which was again very much aligned with our own bank and business strategy. And accordingly, we made progress in a number of fronts. So for example, our investment portfolio, more than 6% is already ESG aligned. More than 600 million sustainable finance in the space of healthcare and education. SME, we have thousands of SME being supported, and almost 10 to 15% of our portfolio is in that space. And now the focus has to be on the climate side, and number of sustainable deals, renewable energy progress and deals we have done in that space in the last couple of years. What we started also last year is to engage with our customers. So with some external providers, we engaged 20 odd customers to help them in their sustainable journeys, which was important for us, particularly in the business banking space, where people may not have that much awareness and resources to migrate through those journeys. So we started those programs, and we started partnering from business front with some players to promote solar financing, offering green products for our retail as well as business customers. So it's more commercial impact which has started taking shape, and we are really proud to make those progresses in our business. Well, that's a tricky one. The way I think about it, I think our greatest challenge and the achievement has been the same. So, this is our 40th year of anniversary, 2024. And when we started, we always started at prestigious beginning, being a National Bank of Fujairah. But from business standpoint, the challenge had always been how to find our place in what I would think is one of the most overbanked and competitive market. Very few players accounting for almost 80% or more share of the market. But we have been successful in addressing that on the back of vision of our shareholders and board of directors. And again, I would emphasize on the people. We boast one of the most highly engaged team in the GCC banking sector. So today we are well regarded as a trade finance player by our customers and the market, dominant SME and business banking player, commercial banking player, a good corporate bank with niche focus in areas of precious metal and diamond, energy and marine, growing offering in the real estate mortgage space, treasury, and so on and so forth. The awards we have been winning are in the space of trade finance, commercial banking, SME banking, Islamic window are all testament to what we have been able to achieve in our 40 years of history. So it's all in all quite a proud feeling. While our strategic direction is not changing, what we have done recently is refreshed our vision, mission, and values to highlight our commitment towards sustainability, our broader focus on retail banking, and what I would say a renewed emphasis on customer experience. Why I say renewed focus? Because with the digital world, AI and what customers are expecting, we need to reinvent our service model to be relevant in times to come. So those refreshes we have done. And the larger focus will remain on growing our franchise with a clear focus on quality and speed. The areas where we will continue to work harder would be the leading player in SME and commercial banking space, solidifying our trade finance niche positioning. I think the retail franchise is important to grow, particularly in the affluent and priority segment. Digitally enabled bank platform, which we are working hard to develop, with underpin how we differentiate on service proposition for our customers. And I think sustainability will underpin whatever we do. That's important. In all of that, what we do not want to miss out is the partnership and the relationship focus, which we always maintain. We are a partner bank to the customer, and we want to maintain that in no matter what we do. We don't want the digitalization to take away that human angle, which we want to retain as we go along.